Hello? Is it live? Got no idea. Let's see. Still trying to fix. It not being zoomed in. Oh, I can just do this. Nice. Nice. So if I check on here, will the music be on? Maybe? Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Just two people are watching. Okay. Just two people are watching. Well, it looks like it's working. So, okay. Seems like it's working. Gonna have to move this back for sure. How about this? I have no idea. Go that way. Alright. Then raise it up a little bit. Alright, yeah, so we've got, let's see, quite a bit of, packages over here. So not all of these are actually the Snapmaker, but quite a bit of them are. And I don't think it's going to actually fit on this desk, which is the first problem. But we'll solve the problems as they come up. Probably not, but alright, so, and I don't think we're going to do all of this today because, I mean, this thing is just a mega monstrosity. It's 400, it's a bed slinger that is 400, I think, millimeters cubed, so like gigantic, but it has an enclosure too, but it's a bed slinger, which means it has to be able to go back it's got to go back the full 400 millimeters. Honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do with it when it's fully constructed. Honest to goodness, because that's just how big this thing is. So I've got a lot of filament here too. I got to dig it out. Oh, and a Core 1 down here. This is a Prusa Core 1. We're doing a full live stream on that as well. Not sure when that's going to happen, but it will. I promise. Okay, got to get some of this stuff out of the way. I wanted to get this thing opened and assembled, but I was kind of ill prepared. So what is this? This is more Core 1 stuff. Okay, filament. So much filament. Alright, so we've got I'm just going to bring all the boxes over here, because I really don't know what we're going to need. Alright, so the Artisan it's a 3-in-1 thing. It's a laser, CNC, 3D printer combo. One can argue whether that actually should be a thing, but anyway. So it's got a rotary for the CNC. I guess you could probably use it on the laser, but air assist for the laser. And it comes in, of course, 75 boxes, because why would it not? So this one, this Mongo-sized box, this probably is the enclosure. Yeah, it's not like just oh gosh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. Okay, so this is probably the enclosure. I don't know if we're probably not gonna get to this today. Anyway, that's the enclosure, and then we've also got the full Artisan right here. This has got to be the, well, shoot, maybe this is the enclosure because it's just bigger. I don't know if it's gonna, it says, assemble this first. That's what the box says. Holy crap, this is heavy. Jeez. Alright. So I kind of want to get this thing on the table, but I'm gonna embarrass myself. Holy crap, that's heavy. Alright, so yeah, it comes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes at a bare minimum. It comes in 5 boxes at a minimum. Okay. Well, it says assemble this one first, so let's get these other ones out of the way. I kind of wanted to just open them, or sorry, get them on the table so you could see what you'd get if you ordered this yourself. I really have no idea where you'd put this thing. Alright. This guy can come back down. Alright. Alright. Let me get a knife. See what I can do with this. It does come with these really nice straps. Not all manufacturers are sending out printers with straps, so I do appreciate that. Oh. All right. Oh, please don't make me lift this whole thing out. Yeah, I think it's gonna make me lift this whole thing out. Well, so be it, I guess. Oh, and of course, this is wonderful with Snapmaker. If you guys have never bought a Snapmaker printer, they give you a very, very nice, it's a full assembly manual, but it's color. And it's bound. It's not like some cheap whatever. It's like really nice assembly instructions. It sounds kind of dumb to, you know, say that's nice, but like, it's pretty nice. Of course, we are living in a day and age where you shouldn't have to be assembling printers, but this is like a half generation old kind of thing. This was still in the days of having to assemble, but it's also like gigantic, so they can't ship it assembled. Oh. Okay. That's insane. Look at this. One piece. Tear off this label. Okay, I tore this label off. Alright, I'm gonna put these ladies out back here. I'm not really sure. I hope these are labeled. I'm gonna tear off these labels as I go. Look how big this is. This is like nearly the size of my hand. I wonder why those labels are even on there to begin with. Alright, toolbox. See if we get anything special. You get colored hex keys. Those are actually pretty nice quality, but they don't have a case. So they're just gonna get thrown in the box of things that, well, I don't know. Alright. What is this guy? Make something wonderful. What is this, dude? Oh, this is the... Holy Toledo. This thing is like a full-size tablet. This is what actually powers the printer. It's their control system. So there's no screen. This machine does not have a screen on it at all. Interesting. Alright. That thing is huge and it's heavy too. Of course we have more stuff. Look at this. I mean, what is it? It's the same size as what the Elegoo whatever. I can't remember what they call that thing, but I think it's the same size as that Elegoo machine. Not the Giga, obviously, but the Giga is 4 of these, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we have a bunch of parts need to come out. Unlabeled parts. Let's see here. Of course, the dual nozzle print head. This, by the way, the Bamboo Lab H2D, I don't want to say that they stole from Snapmaker, but Snapmaker did it first. And that's not me just saying that. Snapmaker did it first. I mean, other people obviously have done dual nozzle setups, but this might be wrong, but they're the first that has a movable tool head or nozzle, like one nozzle moves up or whatever. So this thing is just huge. And guys, this is it's a bed slinger. This is a bed slinger. Like that just the motion system on it. It's huge. I'm gonna have to do some cleanup here before long. Alright, but we're gonna keep going. We have some Print House Orange. Just kidding. And then we have some unlabeled Filament. Interesting. There are 2 1/2 kilogram spools, which at least they gave us a whole kilogram, but with this monstrosity, we're probably gonna need more than 1 kilogram. These look to be 3D printed. Spool holders. But they're metal. They're metal, is what I mean. Okay. Large baggies. Lots of cables. Liquid glue. Liquid glue. Alright. And guys, if you're in here, put something in the chat. I want to see if it says there's 5 people watching. I'm not sure if I trust that. I think this is it. So I'm going to dump the trash back in here. Because what am I supposed to do with it? Just the box is heavy. That's crazy. should have done this yesterday because trash day came. Now I'm gonna have this Mongo-sized box just chilling for a whole week. Alright, this box gotta go. Gots to go. There's something in it. I feel like there's something in here still. This feels heavy. There is something in here still. What the heck? I knew this felt heavy. There's still stuff in this. I don't want to leave that out. Like, why is this box so heavy? What is this? Alright. That's what we ride along. The bed. That's what the bed rides along. Alright. That is actually everything now. Alright. Alright. I think if I move this over, that might be wise. Because it looks like it's kind of getting in the way. Is that better? Or do I need to move it to the... I don't know. Alright. I don't know if that's... I don't know what's better. Let me post the link around, try and get some people in the stream. I know it was very not planned. Kind of just got to go. Just wanted to get this thing built. Okay, just trying to send the link out. Let me post it on, let's see, where else? Let's post it on Twitter. Doing my first live stream. Okay, post is live. Oh yeah, I could probably post it here too. Join me. Alright, so let's see. I want to oh, that camera's angled so poorly. What? This is, I don't know how to do this. Alright, let's see about that one. Any better? Okay. So, what does the instruction manual want me to do first? Calibration card. And this can go here for now. Alright, so how many pages first? 15 pages? No. Hold on. How many pages of assembly? Assembly is a video tutorial. I don't want a video tutorial. Am I gonna have to use the video tutorial? They're gonna force me to use a video tutorial to assemble this thing? Ay ay ay. Come on. Alright. Scan the QR code, I guess. Please go to watch tutorial to assemble and avoid any missing parts. Oh, come on. I would much prefer. So I scan the QR code and it just sends me to their YouTube channel. It doesn't even send me to an installation guide. What the heck? Alright, I take back what I said. I don't like this manual. This is not a good manual. Bad manual. Bad manual. Alright. Now I gotta figure this out. So I'll dig. It's like, what am I supposed to do? We recommend you assemble in the following order: machine enclosure. Like, how do I know where the assembly is though? Like, I'm on their playlists and there's not even a Artisan Premium. How to install a PEI sheet? No. Artisan enclosure assembly? No. Artisan CNC assembly? Machine assembly. I think this is what I need.
In this video, we will show you how to assemble the machine body of Snapmaker Artisan.
Don't like this.
If you purchase the enclosure along with the laser and CNC add-ons, you're recommended to assemble the machine body first, then the enclosure, and lastly the functional parts for higher efficiency. This video will show you we'll show you how to set up a laser engraver.
No. I'm trying to skip.
Install Y-axes, install Z-axes, while the other with additional standard 3-in-1 add-ons contains. Make sure to locate the following parts and tools: X-axis connectors,
Alright.
tool head bracket, in 5x16 flathead screws.
This is crazy.
Find the 2 linear modules labeled with Y on the cable connector.
Alright, 2 linear modules labeled with Y. Y and Y. These are both Y. Okay, these are both Y.
They will be the Y-axis. Be careful not to press the steel strip holding the linear modules. Turn the box over and lay it down.
Oh geez, I already got rid of.
The slots on the back of the foam.
Alright, I gotta get the foam now. Alright. I wish I didn't have to do that. Okay, I got my foam. Thread the Y-axis cables through the base plate. Hi, how are you? Thread the... Alright. Force me to use the frickin' box to assemble it. But then it just moves on to the...
Now put the Y-axis into the slots on the back of the foam box.
Okay, now the base plate. Wants me to thread them through the cable holes, but it doesn't really make that very clear. Oh, well, this. Want me to put them through these holes? I think it does, but you missed a lot. You missed so much. First, the box was 750 pounds. And then, I almost left this piece in the box. Almost threw it away forever. Alright, so I think it wants me to thread these through here. Like this. And then, same with this one. Alright, I guess then do one of these numbers probably. Okay. Alright, that's actually kind of nice. You know what? I'll give it to you. That is kind of nice. High quality manufacturing.
Input the base plate over the y-axis. Make sure the dowels of the base
Yeah.
plate are fully inserted.
There's a bunch of screw holes on here that just automatically line up. Yeah, M5 by 12 screws. That's actually okay. You know what? I actually respect it. The foam isn't too bad after all. I just dump all these guys in here. That's a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24. I gotta do 24 screws.
Or M5 times 12 screws. To install the screws, first pre-tighten the screws at the outermost corners with the long handled hex. Secondly, pre-tighten the remaining screws.
Yep.
And lastly, tighten all the screws in the pre-tightening order with the key short hammer. This method applies to all cases that involve installation.
So, alright. Yeah, it really wants me to do all of them. That's a lot of screws, man. That's a lot of screws. This thing ain't going nowhere. Might even survive a tornado. Let's see. Oh, hey, Pepper. You gonna join us? You gonna be famous? Famous for the whole 4 people watching? Okay. Now we need to go to the toolkit. The toolkit had this really nice hex driver that I am gonna use. Said it wants me to do all the corners first, yada yada yada. I guess I can do what they want. I feel like this is one of those situations where it might not matter though. You wanna join us? I admit I am actually quite shocked that these screws are going in so easily. I would have expected them to not go in so easily. I don't know, maybe I just have bad faith in not Snapmaker, but just manufacturing in general. I feel like I always have a tough time getting the screws to go in straight. Do they list assembly time? No, they don't, but do you want to know what? I think the assembly on this machine is probably going to take at least, and I would say between 45 minutes and an hour. It's just not because I mean, there's just let's see, there's 2 full bags of screws. There's probably 60 screws to assemble, or 60 screws to put in. The biggest problem that I have actually is that it's there's no actual instructions. It's a video. Or I mean, there are instructions, but it's on a video, so I can't just skip past the obvious things, which I don't really know if I appreciate, because we have this whole manual. It's like this big old manual. It's like 20 pages. Yeah, no, an hour is not too bad. I mean, it's a 400 millimeter cubed printer, or at least I think it's 400 cubed. They cannot ship this thing fully assembled. It's just not. That's not an option. Yeah, no, I mean it's not bad. It's different from the world that we're living in, the world that we're living in today, where all these Core XY machines, they just are, they come pre-assembled. You screw in the filament holder and you power the machine on. It's just different. But I think this printer came out. It might be over a year ago though, so it's not really modern day. It might have some modern day tech. All right, now what do you want me to do?
Screws. Finally, flip the base plate to the front side and try to move the Y-axes to check if they have been firmly attached.
Oh, they've been firmly attached, I promise. All right, now I gotta get Z. Got to get Z. All right. Where are you? X, Z, Z. All right. Actually, they probably want me to get rid of this by now. That's heavy. Like, it literally, the feet straddle this thing. If I wanted to print on here, the feet wouldn't even touch. That's how wide the feet are. Oh my gosh.
They will be the Z-axis. Take one of the Z-axes, insert the dowels of the X-axis connector into the dowel holes of the Z-axis slider.
Okay, where's the X-axis connector? How do I know which one? Insert the dowel holes of the X-axis connector into the Z-axis slider. Well, that don't work. Okay, lines up pretty perfectly.
You lock the connector and slider together using 4 M5 type.
More M5x4s. This is keyed on it, actually. Hold on, where's the other one? This is keyed on it, right? It's probably going to be hard to even see, but it's got 2, I don't know, raised bits that just fit right into place on here, and then the screw holes just perfectly aligned. That's actually kind of nice, if I'm being honest. Really should be a written guide. Yeah, I think. So this video that I'm trying to watch, if I had known it was going to be a video, I would have put it on screen so other people could follow along as well. I'm just not prepared for that. I think if you're doing any assembly, you should at the very least have a written guide in case, like, what if I don't have an ability to readily follow? Because doing it on my phone actually is kind of frustrating. I mean, if I had a laptop next to me that I could use, that would be significantly easier. doing it on a phone, because the phone goes to sleep all the time. Gotta wake it up. Now they're gonna make me repeat the next one.
12 screws. Next, thread the Z-axis cables through the cable holes. And insert the dowels of the Z-axis holder into the dowel.
Z-axis holder. This guy. It's all super high quality though. Pretty nice. Okay, so we don't want this guy. Insert. How did it do that? Yeah, now I gotta like rewind.
Lock the connect. Insert the dowels of the Z-axis holder into the dowel holes of the.
It's not the end of the world. Alrighty. I'll say this is the second Snapmaker that I've assembled. The first one was the A250T. That was a much older machine. I wouldn't call it an old printer, but it was older. Assembly was not fun. And I admit this is much better. Just the design makes it much easier to assemble, especially with these guide pins. And they also actually provided a very high quality wrench. Or hex wrench or whatever. Hi Pepper. How are you?
Lift the Z-axis. Insert the dowels of the base plate into the dowel holes of the Z-axis holder. And attach the Z-axis holder to the base plate with 4 M5 times 12 screws.
Like that's just already, that's kind of nice actually. Let's see here. Oh no. If you got tiny hands, this one's gonna, or larger hands, this one's gonna be a little bit difficult. That one ain't gonna get very tight, I don't think. Pepper, what are you doing? Is it a maze in here now? I'm not doing anything. That's not going in. That screw's not going in. You don't want to help anymore? Your help was very appreciated. Okay, that's in.
Finished. Repeat the steps above to install the other Z-axis.
Alright. I knew it was going to say that. I knew it was going to say that. This screw in the side over here. Oh, actually, you know what? Kinda can tighten it. But now okay. Alright, repeat the steps. So I already put this on. Now I gotta get this guy. These brackets, honestly, guys, these are really nice. So this is kind of what I was talking about. How it has these little guide pins, and they just nestle really nicely into these components. It's designed very well, to say the least. This is going to have the same problem as my other Snapmaker, though, and that all of these axes have individual motors. They have individual cables, and they've got connectors on them. So like every single motor has a connector like this on it. So this one's like, I mean, this one says Z, but not really the point. But this gets plugged into the back of the control module. So this is the control module. It's kind of hefty, fully made of metal, right? It's nice. It's got like a full-sized tablet screen on it. It's huge. But when you turn it around, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wire holes. I don't know how easy it is to see. The glare might be bad, and those are just wires that are just gonna be hanging out and about. They're just willy-nilly kind of thing. So it might not be the prettiest printer on your table. This is like a garage. This is gonna have to be like a garage printer for most people, because, like, I know for me, I don't like wires. It's one of the things I absolutely hate the most. So this is gonna be full of them. All right, now this guy goes here. Fairly pricey bed slinger, but I did it. The DIY con. I feel like I think I saw that actually recently. I mean, this is a super pricey machine, but I will say this is not to say that it's worth it, because I don't know if it's worth it yet. But it obviously does have a laser and a CNC attached to it, and while I personally don't really want to laser in my 3D printer or CNC in my 3D printer, some people do want to do those things, and they might not have a lot of space, or they might have plenty of money to spend on like one good product, but they don't have the space. They don't have the space to put 3 separate products, kind of thing, right? Like, maybe you can't afford the space of like an X1 carbon and then a standalone laser, standalone CNC. This definitely fits that role. Like, you need a lot of space for this one machine, but that's it. And if you can afford to put it in your garage, it might start to be worth it to some people. And who knows, maybe after, like, my biggest thing is like lasering and CNCing is very difficult. It's not been made easy. The community doesn't have a good, the maker community doesn't have a good option for you. And in my old Snapmaker, their Luban software was like super duper easy. I mean, you couldn't mess it up. Did I forget something? What do I do with this? I think I put the wrong one on. Oh, I didn't put it on at all. That's the problem. I knew I forgot something. Well, I can do it standing up. Yeah, their loop-band software is super easy. So like, let's say you don't want to laser or CNC very often. Okay, you don't have to learn the software. I thought that was following me, that camera. Yeah, you don't have to learn like Fusion 360, Lightburn, or whatever. You just learn Luban and, you know, takes 10 minutes. Maybe you don't have the best result. Like, if you use Lightburn, you learn Lightburn. Lightburn probably is more capable, but I don't think Snapmaker wants to build the best software for lasering and CNCing. They want to build software that's easy to use. All right, I knew I forgot something. I got to put the X-axis rail on. And also, a good thing about like this machine, and of course, I don't know anything about the Bamboo H2D because I know Bamboo has obviously the ability to do lasering as well. I'm sure that they've taken it into precaution, but this machine is fully sealed off, so like you're not gonna get you're not gonna get, my brain's running wild. You're not gonna get like dust everywhere. You will still have to clean the machine. Like if you're going from lasering to 3D printing, you can't get by without cleaning. It's gonna have to be clean. Maybe just less cleaning. And you don't have to be concerned with getting dust inside vital components like stepper motors, because they're fully sealed off with this machine. These covers, these silver covers, are hiding what I presume to be a screw with the stepper motor. So, who knows? Anyway, how do I make this thing stop following me? It's got like these handheld gestures. I don't know why it even follows me. I don't want it to do that. I'm used to word printers. I'm in the positron team. I don't use this for laser and CNC. There you go. Yeah, actually, I saw positron for the first time at Rapid TCT. Was that in May or April? It was like May this year. I think it's in May every year. It was pretty insane though.
Before you attach the X-axis, move both Z-axis sliders downward to their farthest ends so as to align them horizontally.
Okay. All the way down.
When you assemble the X-axis or use the machine, remember not to put anything in the openings of the base plate. Otherwise, it may interfere with the movement of the linear modules and the work platforms.
Obviously.
Take the last linear module labeled with X on the machine. It will be the X-axis. In the direction shown on the X-axis, insert the dowels of the X-axis connector.
Yo, what is this? This got like leaked on it. This like leaked out. It's like dirty. Alright. Up. So it goes up like this. You'll be with positron nomad. Were you there, Joe? Were you at Rapid this year at the LDO booth? Because I was at the LDO booth. I just don't know if I don't remember either. I met so many people, so I don't remember if I met you.
Into the dowel holes of the X-axis and fasten the X-axis.
Actually, hold on a second. I got this, and I'm gonna do a build at some point. No, 3D Printopia. Yeah, I got a a brain failure. Box turtle. Need to print parts for that, but it's definitely going to be built, and it'll be built on stream, hopefully. So.
With 1 M5 times 12 screw and 7 M5 times 16 flow head cap screws.
All right, we got to get more screws. I wanted something else.
Dowel holes of the x-axis, and fasten the x-axis with 1 M5 times 12 screw and 7 M5 times 16. In the direction shown on the x-axis, insert the dowels of the x-axis connectors into the dowel holes of the x-axis, and fasten the x-axis with 1 M5 times 12 screw and
One M5 times 12? That doesn't make any sense. This is not aligning. Why is it not aligning? Yeah, I am super stoked because actually the in a perfect world, the box turtle is actually going to get connected over to do I have this thing set up? I don't think I do. No, it's not set up. Okay. In a perfect world, the box turtle is going to be over here onto. Actually, I can guide it with this thing over here. Hold on. It'll be easier to see. How do I do this? Onto these. There we go. So this is going to be a co-print build, and I've got all the co-prints over here. It's kind of buried, but so I've got a co-print installed right now. It's only 4 extruders, but I have 4 more extruders to assemble, and then I'm also going to hook up the box turtle. So I'm going to have 12 colors running on this Ender 3 V2. Hopefully that comes sometime in the next. I don't know. I hope that can come in the next like couple months, but running 12 colors through an Ender 3 V2 is going to be kind of nuts. I don't know of anyone else that has an Ender 3 that's running 12 colors at once. Alright, this is making me frustrated. Why does this not line up? Oh, there it goes. Needed to use a little bit of force. Okay. When your multicolored gear costs more than the print. I think this printer, I think it brand new. I paid like, what was it, $150 for it like 5 years ago, and the printer now, if I sold that on Marketplace, that printer would probably sell for $50. But the co-print setup is going to be, well, the co-print setup that I wanted was going to be like $1,300 or $1,400. I just don't have that kind of money to spend, and they didn't want to send out that many extruders. They sent me 4 additional extruders. But yeah, what is a box turtle retail for? I don't even know what a box turtle retails for, but after the box turtle's in and the extra co-print stuff is in, that printer is going to probably be like a $1,200 printer or close to it. And the frame is worth it. If someone would purchase the frame, it would probably be worth $50. don't know where these screws go. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
7 M5 times 16 low head.
This does not make sense. Alright, I'm just gonna put M5 by 16s in this, and then it says one, like, $2.99 box turtle. Okay, so the box turtle is $2.99. I know this one single co-print setup is like, I think it was priced out at, like, we're just for 4 extruders plus the tool head. I think it was priced out at like $500, $400. It is way too much. It's way too expensive. And I wouldn't recommend it for most people. But yeah, let's say it was $400. So that's $800 in co-print stuff. $300 for the box turtle. Yeah. Yeah. That's one of those, like, do it for the lulz kind of thing, not because it makes sense. Oh, you're back, Pepper. Come on up. Front and center. I gotta figure out where that one M5 by 12 is supposed to go. That might have been a mistake. They maybe didn't mean to say that. Pepper, what are you doing? Don't eat that. She's trying to get the resin 3D printer. Good thing it's brand new and there's no resin that's been through it. I always get scared that they're gonna go try and drink up some resin. I try and close the door to the studio when I leave, but it's not really tight, so so they can get in. It doesn't have a twisty handle, it's just a press door. Alright. We're gonna bypass the M5 by 12 because I have no idea where that goes.
The only M5 times 12 screw is used in the hole highlight, which is at the bottom left corner from the rear.
I should have just kept watching. Bottom left corner from the rear. Bottom left corner. Oh. Well, I put an M5 by 16 in there and it bottomed out. What the heck? Alright. I'll back it out and I'll put an M5 by 12 in there. We're not sure why, but we listened to instructions. Hi, Pepper. You want to screw the screw in? Like, that feels like it doesn't even go in. It's just the weirdest thing. Whatever. I'll listen. Oh, great. Changed to a brand new video. I don't even know where it was.
It lasts 4 M5 times 12 screw is used in the full highlight, which is at the bottom left corner of the rear.
Yep.
After that,
Alright.
attach two cable clips to the Z-axis with two M5x12 screws.
Cable clips, where are they? Is that these? Cable clips. Alright. What are these? Interesting. Alright, so cable clips go... How... This is the problem with instructional videos, not physical instructions. I don't understand how this goes. It's like, you've got this tiny part. This part is like, I mean, like this. Super small. I have no idea how it's oriented. But I'll just guess. And it'll probably be okay. I'll just have to unscrew it with my luck. That's basically how my luck goes. Alright, this guy's gonna go in. Just like this. And we hope for the best. I need to get another camera so I can have it behind me, or so I can move it around. And you can get close-up views when I'm working on stuff. Also, I'm not sure why the chat's not disappearing. I thought the chat was supposed to disappear.
As shown, notice the positions and directions of the clips. Press the marked positions of the x-axis cable into the cable clip of the z-axis right behind.
Notice the orientation. No, I can't quite tell the orientation, unfortunately. For anyone just tuning in, this is, as you obviously saw, the Snapmaker Artisan. It's 400 millimeters cubed. It's astronomically large. Okay, I think it wants me to do. But it wants me to do what now? Which cables?
Axes with two M5x12 screws, as shown. Notice the positions and directions of the clips. Press the marked positions of the x-axis cable into the cable clip of the z-axis right behind.
Alright. X-axis goes into this guy. The marked position. Okay. Sure. The marked position goes right in there. Now what?
Find the cable labeled with tool head on the cable connector and fix it to the other z-axis by clipping the position with two yellow lines.
Tool head. Extra cables. This one says heated bed, and this one most likely says tool head. Yep. Look, there's like, I think my favorite instruction notations are armored turtle manuals 3. Actually, I'm totally okay with if it, like, yeah, I mean, I'm like all game for the 3D CAD ones. I think I saw someone recently assembling I saw someone assembling something recently, and everything was full 3D. It's like the actual printer was there, and they had to like orient an isometric view so you can like some of the sides chopped off so you could get views that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. It was kind of insane, actually. Two yellow lines. That I was about to ask. Okay, because there's one yellow line, another yellow line, and then another yellow. And I was like, what the heck? This one is thin. It's like a positive test. Alright, that one goes there. On the back of this guy. Well, can't even get it in there. Unfortunately. Alright, that does not move. Why is... Like, this is just too loose over on this side. It's like floppy. Unless I did it wrong. I don't know if I did this wrong. We'll find out later.
Similarly, attach the last cable clip to the middle of X-axis. Fix the tool head cable where there is only...
It says the last one, but I have two. Oh, okay, that makes so much sense. I was like, I was very confused. You said armored turtle. I was like, that sounds familiar. That okay, obviously I had not looked at the instructions yet for that, so I haven't even printed the parts for it. Is the thing. So.
One yellow line. Next, two yellow lines. Similarly, attach the last cable clip to the middle of X-axis and fix the tool head cable.
Fix the tool head cable.
Where there is only one yellow line.
Alright, tool head cable, there's only one yellow line. You get fixed here. Alright.
Next, attach the tool head bracket to the X-axis slider with 4 M5x16 flatheads.
M5 by 16. Where'd that guy go? I had him earlier. This one. Alright. M5 by 16 flatheads. Alright. I guess this goes on. I'm assuming like, oh, like so. This does not have guide pins on it. Shame on you. There's guide pins on everything except this. So this is held on with like, is this even in frame? This is held on with like, I don't know, some latch mechanism. I wonder how strong that's gonna be, because if that is, I mean, I highly doubt it's gonna fall off, but like, if that works well, that could be, that could be remarkable. That looks very fast to swap from one tool head to the next.
Next, you'll need the support platform, which is pre-installed underneath the 3D printing platform. You need to separate them
first. Okay. Whoa. That is kind of nice. That does just like come right off. Look at this guy. I didn't even know that was a thing. It's like super, like, that's pretty dope. I like that. Here. It's like, And it holds on pretty freaking strong as well.
Make sure the y-axis sliders are at the front of the axes, and attach the support platform to the y-axis sliders with 8 M5 x 16 low head cap screws.
Okay. Can this be upside down, or? I guess it probably could be. Yeah, like this, I guess. We'll find out. M5 by 16s. Yeah, the way, so I don't know if you're familiar, but the way that this Snapmaker, or the way that Snapmaker designed their last 3-in-1 printer, there was like, I want to say 25 screws that you had, like a 5x5 grid of screws that you had to unscrew and re-screw in order to swap the build platform for lasering versus CNCing versus 3D printing. And it was like touted as quick swap, except the process was quite literally like 25 minutes. Because those screws weren't the only things you had to do. Like, I mean, you had to then also unscrew like 3 or 4 screws, 4 screws on the tool head to swap it from one module to the next. And then, oh, it was a cool machine, don't get me wrong, but like, it was not quick swap. Now that we have these, that might put us into a different ballgame, to be honest with you. Alright, I mean, it's 8 screws assembling this thing in, and then I'm kind of excited about this now, because it might actually be quick.
Likewise, you're recommended to pre-tighten the 4 outermost screws, then pre-tighten the remaining screws. Lastly, pull the support platform forward, and meanwhile, tighten all the screws. Finally, put your hands beneath both ends of the x-axis, and lift the x-axis over the z-axis loops, so that you can install the tool head and the tool platform later. That's all for this video.
What? That's it? That's everything? We're done? That was like so anticlimactic. What? So now to install this thing, I just drop this in and what? I just drop this in and like clamp it down and it's locked in. Holy crap! That sucker's locked in. Heck yeah! Now I've got to route all these power cables, I guess, into this guy. That's not going to be very fun. It's going to be a total mess of spaghetti mess of wires. Alright, so what's this? This is X. X goes into X. And then we have Z. Z. And then we have Z. This could be bad if like there's no... Yeah, that's all the instructions. Like it just stops right there. It was like, I guess there's extra videos on how to do other things, but like, I don't know. That was weird. That was really weird. It just totally stopped. Yeah, I'm gonna have to turn this around so you can see this. This is, or actually, what I could easily do is, I suppose if I was 3D printing, that this would probably be ready to go, but like, so look at this. Oh, it's actually not all of them. Hold on. What's this? This is the tool head. Hold on, I forgot the tool head. Tool head. How do I get these though? Like, there's extra ones? They didn't even mention this. Heated bed. They didn't even mention the heated bed. I'll just do it myself. This is like an extension cord, I guess. Heated bed. What is this one? What the heck? Just a... Okay. Alright. Yeah, take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is what I mean. This is... that reminds me of a CR10v3. Yeah. You know what? Like, it's not... It's just... It's so confusing to me because, like... They do such a good job to make the rest of the machine as pretty as possible, but then, like... But then this. Like... What do you do with this? So, it's very confusing. Anyway, so now we've got the tool head here. Tool head, what is it? Just like slide in. What the heck? How does this go in? I don't understand this. Clean printer, then rat's nest and cables. I know, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that's nice. Alright. And then this comes up top, just like so. Let me get a close-up of this tool head because this is pretty nice. So, yeah, I mean, it's like, I have no idea specifically how, it would have been nice to see some kind of sleeving and all those cables look like, yeah, this is it's the exact problem that I had with the last Snapmaker as well. I'll get back to the tool head in a minute. Like, because all of these, like, I understand you don't need the heated bed for, say, CNCing and lasers, so like that's gonna come out. It's nice that they have this guy, this external unit. It's nice that it exists so that you can unplug whatever cables you don't want. Meaning, I don't know. I don't even know how to... I'm trying to, like, piece together something in my head. I'm trying to piece together something in my head, and I don't know what. But, like, it's definitely sad. I'll put it that way. This machine is probably not going to be living inside for me. It's probably going to be living in the garage. So the mess of cables, for me personally, doesn't really matter. PTFE tubing instructions, or is it obvious? Yeah, so let me push this down a little bit more. This can't be good because it's plugged in. Probably shouldn't be activating that. Yeah, so there's just two there's just two holes right here for PTFE tubes to go in, and I guess they're gonna be like loose all the way up here. I don't know, because Oh, you know what? Actually, what they didn't tell me how to install were these. The filament holders. I didn't. Where do these go? They go here? They kind of look like they go up here. Yeah, so if they go like this, what the heck? I'm gonna have to look into this. This is confusing. This is really confusing. Well, there's like 2 screw holes. Okay, it definitely goes like this somehow. I think it's, well, shoot, I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. What time is it? I don't think I'm gonna be getting a. I don't think I'm gonna get a print off tonight, unfortunately, because I don't even have Luban installed. I gotta figure. There's no PTFE in the box either, which is odd. So like, maybe they. Is this PTFE? What is this? Oh, that is not PTFE. All right. I get what you're saying. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, and I'm not even saying much. That's hilarious. All right. How do I do this? Okay, what do I even do now? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh yeah, I was talking about this. I forgot. So Snapmaker, I think Snapmaker might be the first one that did dual nozzles. It appears they have manuals on their wiki. Interesting. I wonder why they didn't come with the actual printer. So I think Snapmaker is the first one to do these dual nozzles, and they like pick up. So, but the problem is they don't have an actual multi-material system. So like you're getting 2 nozzles, so you can do dual color. I think really the purpose isn't to do dual color. I think the purpose is to do like, PLA and PETG, so you can have like, support, or you could do PLA and then dissolvable supports. I think that's the idea with this machine. I mean, heck, if I could do multicolor on a 400 cube printer, that would be pretty sick. But like I said before, like there's screws in here because I mean this is supposed to be good for CNC work. So like this machine, I'm not expecting it to print very fast. I think if I expected it to print fast, I'd be going in with the wrong mindset to begin with. So yeah. Let me see if they have like instructions for assembling the. Like, where's the filament? Holy God, how do you? These filament holders have. They have like two different mounting orientations, I guess, is what it looks like. So, I don't know. That is not what I wanted. Great. Now I gotta like rescan this QR code to get back to their to get back on the website or the YouTube channel. Where did it even go? I feel like with the amount of instructions that they gave on the YouTube channel, on that YouTube video. All right, I'm gonna go to the Snapmaker wiki. That might just be easier. Snapmaker wiki. What is this? It's like something popping up on my. What is that that's popping up on the stream? What is that? And why is it there? Yeah, why is that popping up on the chat? I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of that. What is this? I'll have to figure that out, I guess. That's weird. That's upsetting. Okay. I have no idea what that was. Official Snapmaker website. I don't see any instruction manuals on here. Oh, wait, Artisan manual. It's interesting. Yep. There they are. Really nice. It's 24 pages, that's it. Well, they couldn't print that and give it to us. Alright. But the assembly instruction on the wiki doesn't say where the filament holders go either. I just guess. I'm just supposed to guess. "3D printing assembly." Okay, maybe it's in there. That kind of makes a little bit of sense, I suppose. Yeah, the enclosure is just a mega-sized thing. That's... Oh, that's why there's different mounting. This can be mounted differently, but no PDF for 30 without the enclosure. Actually, yeah, it's no, yeah. Assembly guide only with the enclosure. Video tutorial without. All right, I think these just go right here. It seems too obvious for them to not go right here. So I'm just gonna screw them in and hope for the best. Like, I have the enclosure, but there's not a chance the enclosure is getting installed today. I think that's gonna be left for another day. That's just such a large, it's just such a monstrous task. This is already taking quite some time. And I think the enclosure for 3D printing is kind of totally unnecessary. I'm really only going to use that when I go to CNC. That's crazy. I gotta tell them that they need to fix that, because that doesn't make any sense. They should definitely have a PDF for both. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So anyway, rolls would go kind of like this, I think. That makes sense to me. Interesting. I am excited about this. I do want to get it powered on, though. I want to see the screen. So where's my... Oh, it didn't... Okay, power cable. I want to power it up and see what the screen says. Let me get this camera over here aimed at it for what it's worth. Actually, let me do it more like this. All right. Hold on, we gotta rip this off, obviously. Alright. Power on. What do we see? It is quite nice. It's a huge screen. We lit up blue over here. Oh, speakers, birds. That's kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. English. Oh, responsive. Name your artisan. Ooh. What is happening? It's like glitching out. Okay. Let's see. The print house. Oh, network. Alright, hold on. Yeah, let me add the network real quick. Alright. Load setup complete. Next, you need to proceed with the following processes to initialize the dual extrusion module. Load filament, Z offset, XY offset. Whoa. Alright. Interesting. The machine is moving. I saw the machine move, trust me. The interesting thing is that I don't know where the PTFE goes. Because, like, obviously I'm going to put PTFE tubes in, but where do the tubes go? The screen will guide you to load the filament. Heating the nozzle. Whoa, that's tough. Oh, I feel that fan all the way over here. Nice. What a unit. What's going on, Better? How you doing? Betterer in the chat. Yeah, dude, this thing's insane. I don't know if you have one, but it's gigantic. And it heats up really slowly, apparently. And it also tells me, like, decimal place temperatures. Because I totally care about that. What about this? Doesn't know when this is open? No idea. Just wanted to pop in and see how the live stream setup is treating you. Dude, it's great. I mean, besides the fact that I have no idea how to get music going or the chat to pop up correctly. It was working, and then it stopped working. And it's just some things, but it's great. The enclosure is almost a whole meter wide. Yeah, I know, because it's a, look at this, white filament's coming out, which means they tested it. Yeah, it's a 400 millimeter bed slinger, which means the bed has to come forward 400 millimeters to here, or all the way out to here as well. Like, it's just nuts. Okay, hang the provided PLA on the left. I don't have an enclosure. Like, this is showing me an enclosure on the screen. Interesting. All right, well, let's take a step back. Yeah, hold on. Let me get the. I can showcase some of what I can do in just a moment. If you give me a minute. Yeah. So I've got my ceiling camera. You can go full ceiling. The one up front, I can do both. I've got it all. And of course I can drive my ceiling camera too, wherever I want. Whee! You can see, what's this? My wall of boxes. Actually, there's not very many boxes there now, but, hold on. Well, you'll see. Oh, you can't see it. I have a Prusa Core 1 down there, ready to be assembled. Yeah, actually, I think that's probably what I'm going to do about the PTFE. I probably will just cut a tiny one. I've got a whole stack of them. I think that, I honestly didn't even think of that, but that's a really wonderful idea. Although my PTFE cutter is missing, so I'll just have to use a razor blade. Or this. This will probably work out just fine. Alright, that's a good idea. Of course I bent the PTFE because I don't have a sharp cutter. That's great. I do have one, it's just in the other room. I think I have to go get it. Alright, I'm gonna have to get the PTFE cover back in a second. The Core 1 is a kit. That will take a whole... Yeah, I know. They offered to send me the assembled printer as well, and that's what I originally... Well, actually, they wanted to send me a kit, and I was like, well, I don't really know if I have time for that. How about you just send me the assembled one? And they're like, well, we will do that, but we really recommend the kit. And I was like, well, okay, I understand. So I took the kit, and actually, I am actually excited to play with the kit, to be honest. So why is this going in for, like, this just really... Alright, okay. These are not the PLAs that I want to use. These are old as dirt. What do I want to use? What I really want to use is not in this room right now. Is this PLA? That's PLA. Alright, we'll use these ones. We will use these ones. It says put it into the left one. Oh, and it just automatically recognized it. Nice. It was good to see you, man. Yeah, thanks, man. It's gonna be a while, honestly. I don't know how this setup is gonna go, but the stream setup, it's gonna be a while till it's working out the way I want it. But I appreciate you stopping by. Left nozzle loaded. Observe if any filament is coming out of the left nozzle. If yes, then leave the filament loaded and you can tap continue. If not, tap yes, it came out. Alright. Now what? Right nozzle. Okay. I could have guessed that. Hit like button, people. Everyone hit the like button. Load film into the left nozzle. That is nice. That does detect it really well. I admit that. That detects it very well. And just sucks the filament in. Oh yeah, probably need to put this on. Sounds like a toaster finished. Z-offs. Okay, yeah, I gotta put this bed on now. I should have done this earlier. This is not ideal, but that'll work. Alright. Okay. Z-offset. Z-offset calibration, heated bed leveling. Start. Calibration and leveling will start. Clean the glass. Clean the glass build plate. This actually says clean the glass build plate. Alright. Alright, let's get this thing closer. What you doing? There we go. Heating the bed and nozzle. Alright. Interesting. I mean, I admit it was kind of fun to do this assembly. I haven't actually assembled a printer in a long time, so this was kind of fun, to be fair. Weird looking glass build. Yeah, really floppy looking. It's really floppy and it sounds kind of metal, but you know. Glass comes in all shapes and sizes. Apparently. I bet I could spend this time coming over here and probably could probably download Luban right now. It should be pretty easy. Pepper's getting curious. Nope, she's just leaving. That's what it is. She was so bored by the Artisan. That's mean. That's mean, Pepper. Is it not a monstrosity that you want to watch? Does it have a glass build plate? It does look very space age. No, as far as I'm aware, it does not even come with a glass build plate. Not at all. If it does, I am totally unaware of it. Okay. Really, all it did was like that was a kind of a quick mesh. As long as it works, I don't really care. The machine will print one calibration model for X and Y orientation each. You'll need to find the best pair of lines in the printed model to calibrate the offsets of the two nozzles. After that, you can choose whether you need to check the Alright, I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I'll just click start. Yeah, dude, this thing is so space age. Like, this computer system looks like nuts. And it might be like that brushed aluminum look. I don't know. I don't dislike the way the machine looks. I don't dislike it. To be honest. Look what I just found. I just ripped this thing off and found a Snapmaker logo. Yeah. Usually I don't keep printers for very long unless they super impress me. Obviously that's it. Whether this actually impresses me or not will stand the test of time. You know, who knows? But this one is so capable that if it is good, it might find a permanent home, despite the fact that it's just absolutely massive. It might. Is the bed metal? I don't know if it's metal actually. It's kind of hot. I forgot that it was heated. It heated up to it's only 60°C. Yeah, I don't know if it's metal. It should be, right? But it kind of looks like a composite. I've actually never. That's odd. I don't know. Whenever this is done, I'll see if I can take a look. What's happening? They sent me this calibration card as well. Hold on a second. I bet I'm gonna need this thing. Not really sure what this is, but they sent it to me. It's got like inches and centimeters on it. It kind of looks like it's printing a... I don't know. Could be PCB. Metal is fair. That's what it looks like, which I've actually that is what it. I've just never seen a build plate like that. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't exist. It has a tiny. It has a small. Oh no, that's the magnet for the PEI plate. It does not look metal, I admit. How's Ellie Archie treating you? Well, this is the Ellie Archie machine. It literally has dust in it right now. Actually, you know what? Well, I don't want, I can. Let's see here. Wrong way. We have it back here just chilling. I have no idea what I'm doing, by the way. If you can't tell, this is my first stream. Yeah, it is right here. Super dusty. This is the voltage converter that they made me buy because the whole entire machine is really Bruce is a PCB? Interesting. I gotta check. I have a mini in the other room. I need to go check that. I got the mini off Facebook Marketplace. I've never even powered it on. But yeah, this is the voltage converter that they made me purchase because they shipped out 240-volt printers to everyone, including everyone in the USA, not just over in Europe. Thank goodness someone else brought that to my attention because I had no idea. Which, for me, it wouldn't have done anything. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have just had like Clipper shutdown errors because of voltage related shutdown errors. But goodness gracious, if they had sent it to the other side of the world and it was designed with 110, it could have like fried the whole electronic system. And by the way, Ellie Archie's completely ignored me. They still haven't paid me. They're not gonna pay me, and that's fine. To me, it's less about the money and more about like being honest. Right? I mean, I do have expenses. I have a lot of expenses. To run the channel is over $1,000 a month. So yeah, this is not my full-time gig. It's okay if I stomach some losses every now and again, but I can't obviously afford to do that every month. And in this particular case, it's a Kickstarter, man. Yeah, make it is super wacko that they made me buy that. Oh, actually, I should. They made me buy it, but they did reimburse me for that. I will say. I mean, during the cooperation, prior to me publishing the video, they were very nice. They were very helpful. They just flipped whenever I posted something negative. So I have no idea what to do with this. Remove calibration models. To observe the calibration models, remove the 2 models from the glass build plate. I mean, I'm not lying. It definitely says glass build plate. Look at this. I don't even know if you can see that. It definitely says glass build plate. Yeah, that's odd. Are you able to still update their firmware on it so they fix their issues? You'll have a badass machine. Honestly, it's only as badass as like it's only as badass as the hardware that's in there, and right now the hardware is not functional. Like I can't print Peak. They sent me Peak. I was gonna pick it up, but it's so blocked. They sent me Peak and it can't print Peak, so it will print ABS, GF, anything like that. But it's also 2025 and not having dual powers. I mean, it will print. If I fix the heated chamber, it will be able to print things better than most machines I have. I don't know if I'm willing to keep the machine because I'm scared that it's actually an electrical hazard. Slide to choose the best pair of lines. I don't know what it wants me to do. It told me to choose the best pair of lines, but I don't understand. Like, this doesn't make sense to me. I really don't understand. It says remove it, but... Oh, shoot, I see. Okay. This actually has the white and the gray on it. I gotcha. I gotcha now. I just don't know what the best pair means. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like centered? The top line should be most horizontally centered on the bottom line. Okay. So I'm thinking like this one right to the left of the center, maybe? Is what I'm thinking? Is what I choose? Either 1 to the left or 2 to the left of the center. Why is this not focusing? Yeah, this is to align the nozzles. I just didn't know like how to choose. Okay, I'm gonna do 1 to the left. Next. Current X offset will be saved as the 2 nozzles. Alright. Now Y. I'm presuming Y. Okay, interesting. Oops. Alright, now Y. Okay, here's Y. focus, maybe? There we go. Well, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't focus. I'm gonna pick, I think one to the left again. I'm gonna pick this one to the left. Yes. Prepare for calibration check. Clean the glass build plate. Once again, the glass build plate. Alright, I'll clean the glass build plate, folks. Start checking. Oh, it's printing an XY calibration cube. Whatever. I don't think that's a normal XY calibration cube that's about to print, but we'll see. Yeah, back on the LARG thing though. I think it can be a badass machine. I don't know if I'm willing to make it a badass machine because it's for me it's less the fact that I have a cool machine that can do a lot of stuff. It's more so like, do I really want to promote their machine? Do I really want their product front and center in my studio when I'm recording, or like in the background? Like, it's in the background now and I'm talking about it because this is like a hot topic, right? It's fresh. I haven't had the chance to get rid of the machine or say whatever, but like, if it stays in the background of my studio, then people are gonna be like, well, maybe it's a good machine. Why do you have it? And I wouldn't have answers for that. So yeah, worst case is the box. Well, it's not even a box of parts because it's the full. It's a everything is 240 volt. It's 200. Everything's 240. I would have to change it all. So like, I don't even know. Like, honest, like, I'm 100% serious. I have considered taking this machine and I've considered taking this machine and like literally blowing it up as a funny video because it's completely useless to me in its current state. There's a wire bundle that is not the wire bundle, the wire that goes to the tool head. They like soldered it. They like hand soldered it, or it's not even soldered. It was the press pins. I can't think of the connector name. J something. But anyway, it's like press fit in, and the length of the wires are not long enough, so there's a lot of tension and stress on one of them, which keeps causing it to pull out. Which means that the actual tool head doesn't work. If the tool head, I would have to like redo that whole entire connector. And I gotta go pull all the wires out, get a wire of the appropriate length cut, reassemble. I just don't want to do that. I don't know. Alright, what's happening? The mic is looking like it's about to die. It's running low on battery. Yikes. Core components should be normal voltage, just might have different control board. Yeah, I mean, there might be something I can do with it. A box of parts, it might still be a box of parts. I'll give you that. I just haven't really inspected it so like super deeply. So Yeah, the mic is about to die. What am I gonna do? Can I plug into this guy? Probably. Yay. Nope. I gotta get a charger for that, I guess. This might just do it. Looks like gosh, I'm not. Yeah, like I think they work in turn, and then they like. Yeah, like I think they work in turn, and then they like. That's yeah, like I think they work in turn, and then they like. That's yeah, like I think they work in turn. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, like I think they work in turn. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, like I think they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, like I think they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I think they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That's yeah, I like they work in the way. I think they got and then they like. That might have been the problem. I think that might have been the problem. Not sure if that's any better. Because, well, I don't know. What's happening on this guy? Looks like it's printing a Minecraft. Printing a Minecraft block. Music gone, but there's a high pitch one, like an audio cable barely plugged in. You know what I bet the problem is? plugged it into my computer to get power. But let me know if this is any better. Yeah, I turned the music way down because I didn't want to blast you guys because I can't hear it myself. Okay, interesting. I plugged it in directly to the computer to charge it. So I guess I'll have to figure something else out with that in the future. Sorry, guys. Dirty. Yeah, I think it's not. That's probably what was happening, is my guess. I think there might have just been some feedback from the, because it's plugged in with a USB cable. It's a wireless mic, and the receiver battery started to die. I wonder if I plug the receiver into like a USB power bank, if that'll be fine and not have any kind of feedback issues. I mean, it looks pretty decent. And I will say this, the XY offset calibration actually was really convenient. It was really easy. I remember like a long time ago when they thought that my brain, it's dying at 11 p.m. The printers with the nozzles on the, with two full tool heads. Jeez, my brain's not working. Anyway, calibrating the X and Y on those was just a total nightmare. Then there was no procedure for calibrating it. It was just figure out the X and Y offset and then integrate it. Like, just plug your offset value in. And you're like, well, how do I do this? I have no idea how to do that. My brain's gonna die. I gotta ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT knows everything. It and IDEX machine. God, my brain is so dead. Test print speeds are very mild, but wouldn't complain for. Honestly, I totally wouldn't complain about this either. But look at this. It did some fail thing down here. I don't know what happened on this, but yeah, actually, with a printer this big, I and like on uh, everything on screws X Y, I was expecting this to be way slower. I was expecting this to be significantly slower. This is what came out. I mean, it looks, X and Y look aligned pretty freaking well. I mean, I'm not saying that the edges of this print look not wonderful, but the alignment is pretty good. Now, I mean, a little bit of force is going to break that apart, but this is not a structural part. Obviously, that's to be expected. Yeah, that's good. Observe if the edge of the model is printed aligned and if there's color mixing. No, there's no color mixing. Yeah, that's good. And then start creating. Of course, there's a firmware update. I'll do the update. This is nice. I want to show you guys this screen on this. This is really cool. Can I lower this anymore? Reminds me of a Mark IV speeds before. Actually, I did hear that the Mark IV was maybe not the fastest printer when it first came out. but it was reliable, so that's why. But of course, they've since sped it up. It really isn't that bad, the speed. Especially when something this big, I'm gonna click the print button, I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna come back like in the afternoon, or I'm gonna come back tomorrow, kind of thing. This is not something that I particularly care about print speed. I want reliability, because when I print something so huge, I want it to be I don't want it to fail. I'd rather reliability than speed. Yeah, so I want to go through this, because why is this not working? Okay. This screen is gorgeous, full color. I like that it has a speaker in it. You get that like feedback that you also love, and to know that you actually did something. Maintenance, what I mean, Z offset for left and right. Okay, X and Y offset, that's easy. You can go back and redo these calibrations again if you want to. Super easy. And you can change the material that you're using. Nice. You can calibrate the heated bed, of course. I think it already did that for me. Control. What is this? This is weird. It's like a fighter jet. Nice. That is very easy. I mean, we can go up to 300C, which a little higher would be nice, but I mean, if you can get 350 would be nice, but that's fine. As long as I can get to 300, I can print a lot of things. And it's left and right independent. Looks like you can only maybe have one heated at a time. You can't heat both of them, unfortunately. Oh, no, it's still heating this. Once you get over 200 millimeters tall, you really don't want crazy speed. Actually, honestly at 200, that's really true. I was printing something on my K2 Plus the other day, 300 millimeters tall, and even on a Core XY printer, you want to print as slow as possible, because the Z banding gets atrocious. It gets like unusable bad if you're printing at any kinds of speed. I think the biggest thing with this machine is going to be the fact that you've got the just gigantic X and Y. I don't print tall stuff. I print wide stuff. Anyway, the screen on this is just gorgeous. I absolutely love it. And of course, it looks like a whole file system. That's just wonderful. Yeah. Let me hook up. Let me get that Luban going. I'm gonna come over here, and it was taking a long time to download, and I walked away. I forgot to install the rest of it, or get it installed and fully downloaded though. Slicers really need a tall print quality setting. Yeah, there should be. It should like taper the speed. It should, anything between 0 and like 175, just max speed. But when you get above 175, it needs to drop. It needs to drop off quickly, because after 175, it's like I said, the thing I was printing needed to have very good quality, because I was making a wall mount for an iPad, and the iPad needs to slide into it. If you get off by too much, then it's like it produces too much friction, and then I might scratch the face of the iPad, and yeah, it was bad. That was, and like I said, that was on a Core XY machine. Let's see. It's taking a. This is actually really slow to install. It's a huge piece of software, I guess. There we go. Run Luban. Nice. Let's see. I am just gonna do the very generic cal cube. Because I don't even know how long it's gonna take. I might not have time for the full cal cube, depending on how slow it is gonna want to print. I need to get something on here for the share the screen. Actually, you know what? I can probably do this right now. No, I probably can't. But what I can do is come over here. Do it from over here. Alright. Allow. Yes, I want English. I will say Luban really is pretty beautiful. It's a gorgeous piece of software. I'm super shocked that it comes. That's where a lot of your money goes when you're buying a Snapmaker. It goes into the development of Luban. Okay. I am going to do fast print. Okay, so this is like the easy mode. I'm clicking fast print. I'm just gonna click. I'm gonna go for it. How long do you think this is gonna take, Luban? It says 42 minutes. That's not so fast, if you ask me. Alright, how do I get this thing sent to the, I do have to go over here. That's crazy. The software is not... It does not like my screen. So I can't see all of it. Certainly this can send over Wi-Fi, no? It's not letting me send the file over Wi-Fi. Like I can't connect the printer to it. That's odd. Load G-code to workspace. Sure. Now print. Connect. This is weird. Screen authorization needed. This is very weird how this connection works. Send to device. It sounds like a toaster every time. It's crazy. So I sent it, now I start it, or? this. Okay. So you gotta like connect. You gotta connect individually to this thing to the printer every time, and it's a little annoying. I'll admit. All right. This is the fast print. It's not really that fast. Like I said, it estimates 42 minutes. So like, yikes. The good thing, though, I will say about this is that they've designed it such that half of the, since it's a bed slinger, half of it, like, half the bed goes in front and half of it goes in back. I've seen some printers, like, the Ender 3 where the whole back of the printer slides all the way back. And it, like, it would just run into the wall if you place it too close, so it's kind of a pain. This one's pretty decent, I'll admit. Although one thing I'm noticing is the Z offset was not really calibrated, which is a little bit upsetting. Because that it does not seem to have great automatic Z offsetting. Of course, there's no camera in there as well, so. I mean, it's doing a decent job, actually. I might have spoke too soon about the Z offsetting. The first print, this test print that came off of it, had a Z offsetting issue, I thought, but I don't think actually it's that bad. I think it's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with this thing. I need to really fully utilize the CNC and laser capability just so I can say that I did it. Because it does, I think it comes with a, I could probably open the box now while we're printing. Where is it? So it has a gigantic air purifier, which means I can print it, I can laser indoors, but air assist pump, that's not what I want. Rotary module. Well, there's rotary modules here, but I don't have the... Something seems to be missing. I don't have the... I don't have the CNC. Where's that? Where's the CNC piece? That's not good. My brain now is confused because I thought I received that package, but now I'm second guessing whether it was ever delivered. I wonder if it went to the wrong house. Yeah, I don't see it anywhere. Alright, interesting. Well, with that said, I don't think I'm going to be opening the CNC part anytime soon. But I also don't see the one with the... I have the air assist pump. I have the purifier. It's got to be in this second box. It has to all be in this second box. Which I thought was... It's probably listed on here. You can use this box to store your files, DIY projects, recycle. What's in the box, though? Oh, man. This is good. Come on, I don't want to open this big old box right now. But I might do it anyway. I don't think I have room to do it. I think this box is so heavy it would break my table if I did. I might... Alright, you know what? No, while we wait, we will see what we can do. We might not be able to, but you never know unless you try. Making headway, and so far the print looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty slow, so I was 33-minute bench sheet. No, it says it's a 43-minute bench sheet. This is like really slow. 43, and that was with the fast mode selected. I promise I chose fast mode. By the way, they gave me this, whatever this is. Like this really long bag. This was like included. This was included in... I have literally no idea what this is. It was included in the box. I have no idea. All right. Let's see what's inside. Not really. I was expecting this to just be the enclosure, nothing else. Yeah, me doing a sub 10-minute bench on my positron. Yeah, I know, you could print 4 of them by the time I print 1. Actually, 10 minutes on a pod, that's insane. I didn't realize it was that. I knew, When I saw it, it was fast, but I didn't realize it was that fast. That's ridiculous. Like, my Voron Zero can do a... I mean, well, heck, the SVO8 can do an 8-minute benchy, right? I think that's what they were touting. I don't know if it actually can, but... A lot of these newer machines are kind of nuts with how fast they can print. This second box is bigger than the first box. But again, we're here for quality. We're here for large prints. Very dialed in with strict rules, but 16 minutes is fairly easy. 16 minutes is fairly easy on anything. I think I can do a 15-minute benchy on a K series printer or a bamboo printer. But I mean, that's a new age printer, right? This is a half generation old kind of thing. All right, you're in my way, Ender 3. Yeah, this does look like just the enclosure and nothing else. Wow, all acrylic panel, that's nice, but wait a minute. Nope, look at this. CNC spindle. I was looking for you. Laser. I was looking for that too. Alright, that's all I wanted. So, holy Toledo. Yeah, this is what I want to see. So there's a 200 watt CNC spindle and a 40 watt laser module. So, I mean, I understand 200 watts is still like only 200 watts, but hear me out. That's a lot for an indoor print or an indoor CNC machine. Especially because my my A250T that I had 3 years ago, that was a 50 watt spindle. 50 watts was good enough to have fun. That's about it. It wasn't good enough to do anything impressive. And actually, like, I'm not typically a fan of diode lasers, but a 40 watt module, I could get behind a 40 watt module. I'm gonna be honest. I think with the 40 watt module, I'm going to actually find use for it. So I'm pretty excited. Because this is not gonna be a 3D printer. It prints like, hold on. Quality looks pretty good, but it prints slow. Let's be honest. This is not what you want as a printer. I can spend $190 and go buy a bamboo A1 mini and it print higher quality and faster than this, right? This is designed to be a laser and a CNC, and you can 3D print if you want to as well. But damn, if the quality wasn't good, I mean, it's pretty freaking good if I'm being honest. You don't really need resonance compensation when you're printing at what speeds are you printing at? It doesn't even say. What, I don't know. 60 millimeters per second, 100 millimeters per second, maybe 100. I mean, it's good. I mean, I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm excited about the CNC, particularly the CNC. There's a lot of projects I wanted to do with the old A250T that I never got around to just because it was, I mean, it was a little bit of a smaller machine, if I'm being honest. So, it was a little bit too small for me. Actually, can I just do it like that? Although it doesn't fit on my table, so it's shaking like crazy. Man, the mic is dying again. There's not much I can really do about that. When I plugged it in last time, it put some bad audio on the I might be able to go get, where'd that go? Here. Gonna try and plug the mic in to an external source. Hopefully it doesn't go haywire. Let me know if the audio gets really bad. If the audio is bad right now, I just plugged it into charge. So now that's an Artisan Benchy right there. Tell me about it, man. Yeah, if the audio is good, if the audio is fine, let me know. Okay, good. Audio's good. I'm kind of confused why they packaged the laser and the CNC in there. But by the way, look at this. They printed a full assembly guide for the enclosure. Now this is what I'm talking about. This is Snapmaker quality, in my opinion. This book is thick, colorful. Oh, it's terrible angle. Here, maybe I can get it up here. Is it up there? I don't know. Yeah, this is really nice. And I don't have to use the wiki, which makes me happy. I don't like wikis. I like technology, but not when I want to not use. When I don't want technology, I don't want to be forced to use it. Of course, all of this is all aluminum. I mean, it's just extrusion. But it's nice. It's not like raw extrusion. So what do we got? Got a whole sheet here. And then we got all the acrylic pieces. I'm hoping the door is better. The door on the old enclosure was bad. It was really bad. It was hard to use. So we got tubing for the ventilation as well. So we can vent out the window. That's nice. Also have the air purifier, by the way. I already mentioned that, but so that tube might not really be necessary. It's got a handle on it. And then of course the build or the plates. So here we have the plate for the CNC. Of course, it's just MDF essentially. Pretty nice though. I mean, it's got that. Well, actually, does it have the quick? It doesn't have the. You know what? I'm gonna open this. It doesn't appear to have the quick. That quick system on the front, which would be a little bit bothersome if it doesn't. Oh, it does. Okay. It does. Well, does it? I think so. How does this work? Yeah, I think it does. Okay, it better. They'd be silly not to include that. That's nice. But I don't see a honeycomb for the laser. Oh, wait, I'm just blind. It's right here. It's not a honeycomb, though. It's a, it's just a raised aluminum thing. Alright. I'm sure that'll work fine. Oh my goodness, look at this. PTFE tubes? Really? It said do this second. Open this box second. Tons of gasketing for the enclosure. Oh wow. This is gonna be an adventure to assemble. Holy Toledo. Okay, power cord for the enclosure. Wow, this is gonna be seriously difficult to assemble the whole thing. That's a lot. All right. How do I get all this back in here? It's like anything. Once you open it up, it will never go back in. It is not possible. Good enough. Of course, I forgot the tool heads. Oh well, no worries. And that bench is looking good. Yeah, it's looking pretty sweet. This stuff like this is like where your money goes. This protective cloth that says Snapmaker on it. I mean, like I don't want to throw this away, but there's nothing I can do with this. This like this is supposed to go in the trash can, but I don't want to throw it away. I have a hard time giving up nice things. You know what I've just noticed? I think these cable clips might be the only plastic thing that I touched today. These tiny, tiny, tiny cable clips. Placemat. He uses a placemat. I mean, maybe. Honestly, Jack, probably it'll get framed and just hung up on the wall like anything else. I have so much 3D printing memorabilia. It's probably just gonna get put with everything else. Alright, how long does it think we have left? 22 minutes remaining. I think we can do it. Art, there you go. Yeah, man, I probably have 30 booklets from 3D printers, like assembly booklets or just other things like that, and it honestly just needs to get turned into essentially scrapbooking, but I mean, more just like scrapbooking sounds too wrong. I don't know, like just some kind of wall art composition of some kind. That's what it really needs to be, and it's just a, like, you know, where do you find time for something like that, right? I don't do art. Snapmaker gave me a small tote at TCT Detroit that was nice quality as well. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't. I was there, but they didn't, like, I was there at the Snapmaker booth, but they didn't give me anything, so I didn't see, or actually they shared a booth with iBoss, so I didn't think they had much to give out. Man, I'm gonna have to put this thing to the test with like some gigantic print. I gotta figure something out. I don't know what I want to do because I don't have a printer this big until today. This is the first printer I've had this big. So I have no idea what I'm gonna print. Yuri, are you... I'm just not realizing, are you the guy that is designing the build plate exchanger? Because I think I saw that, like, in my head, that went through my head, but I think I'm just now connecting that. Is that you? Hey, the other cat. No, she's here. Nope. Bye. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, yes. I didn't have much time to watch. Actually, what the you had a really cool spinning contraption with dots all over it. Is that a product that Creality is selling, or was that some like personally made contraption for scanning things? If I'm remembering correctly, I thought there were dots all over it for obviously for tracking. You built specifically for the event. So cool you noticed it. I'm bringing one that's 2 times bigger. Jeez. 2 times? Yeah, dude, I noticed that. I am, Evie. Hold on, my cat's trying to... She's trying to eat some things. Hey, stop eating that. These bags, you know, they say do not eat on them, but I don't think cats read English. Yeah, dude, I love 3D scanning, and it's some like I have taken like a fondness to 3D scanning, and that's one thing I tell everyone when they get their first 3D scanner. I'm like, guys, you're gonna suck at 3D scanning for your first 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of 3D. Like you're gonna be so down and depressed on 3D scanning until you learn how to use dots, until you learn how to use the software and everything else. And that contraption that you had, I saw it and I was like, that thing might actually be like a game changer. That might be what kind of turns 3D scanning around, and makes it easy to get into. Obviously, you need a good scanner and good software to pair with it, but it looked insane. Do you work for Creality, or are you just there supporting them? The reason I ask is because for Rapid 2023, I was at Rapid 2023, but I was sponsored to go by RevoPoint, and I was, dare I say, working their. I wasn't really working their booth, but like I was at their booth for the majority of the whole trip. I wonder if this printer would be good for, I mean, this is going to sound so dumb, but for batch printing high quality components, if you just don't care about your time commitment, because it's weird. We went from this phase of 3D printing where you had the Ender 3s and they were slow and had bad print quality. I mean, even if you could tune it to be passable, but you know what I mean. But we like jumped really rapidly to higher quality printers, but and they were faster, but like we lost they were significantly faster, but the quality was only like a marginal step up. And now we're at like K2 or like X1C K2 level quality, and like quality is fantastic, and like my K2 Plus is the best printer I have in the studio. I prefer the K2 Plus over the Bamboo machines, but like it's not this big. Part of my, like, because I run a print farm, and part of my thought process is like some of these printers I can only put so many parts on the printer at once. Like, and because I don't do this full time, I put one part on, I go to work, and the printer's done at 10 a.m. But I'm at work until 5 p.m. So like I don't care if it's printing slower, as long as it's printing like 5 or 6 parts at a quality I'm okay with. Because to get something this, like, to get a printer this big, you got to go to like the Elegoo, and I'm not trying to like put Elegoo down, but like whatever that printer, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like, I mean, I don't think the quality is going to be this good. It might be a little faster, but oh my goodness, dude. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's like really freaking cool, actually. Yeah, I mean, obviously I didn't have the opportunity to sit there and watch your whole demonstration. Creality had like 50 things going on, and they wanted to pull me aside and watch this and this and this, and there was like so many things they wanted to watch, wanted me to see. So I didn't have the chance to sit there and see the whole demonstration, but that was, I mean, I know it's a lot of work. I did it a couple of years ago, like I said, at the RevoPoint booth. It's not easy, and it also sucks when I know for a fact that you want to go see every other booth as well, and you're there working, and it's fun. But no, that you worked super hard. I know you did, and that thing that you made, that was You gotta DM me photos of that because I want to see, because I don't remember what it looked like, and I want to see it again. I know I have a rapid TCT roundup video it's almost done being edited finally, a month and a half later, or 2 months later, whatever it is. But I don't think I got a lot of good footage of that, and I want to see it. Oh, we're about to do the bridging. I'm wondering how that's gonna go. The roof bridging. Yeah, what's my Instagram? I think it's I don't use Instagram for the channel as much as I should. It's the Print House YT. You should be able to find it on any of my other videos in the description. All right, we got 7 minutes left, it thinks. I'm not convinced that's accurate, but it might be. My eyes, they're hurting. So I don't care about the fun. %86 complete. This screen, I love this screen so much. This thing is insane, and the whole thing's built out of metal also. This is just so nice. Another firmware update. Connected modules. Interesting. Dual extrusion module, heated bed module, x-axis linear module, Y1, Y2, Z1, Z2. That's interesting. It tells you everything connected to it, so you'll know if you have a poor connection of some kind. Interesting. Oh, you gotta see this. This is sweet. Oh, it's about to bridge though. Hold on. I want to bridge first. By the way, this printer is very quiet. I didn't even think, like... Oh, there's bridging. You guys don't really have a good angle of that, I apologize. But, it looks pretty freaking good. It has very little sagging. It looks pretty good. Yeah, this whole time I didn't even like stop to think that this printer was loud because it's not loud. Like, I didn't even think about the volume. That's how quiet it was. That's actually shocking. mean, it's registering at 55 dB during normal printing moves. Obviously, the travel moves are a little bit louder. That's kind of nuts, actually. I'm impressed. Obviously, the CNC is going to be louder, right? I mean, you're going to have a spindle moving, and for the laser, I'm going to have the purifier attached to it, so you're probably going to have a loud pump or a loud motor for the purifier. So those probably aren't going to be quite as wonderful, but actually, what did I slice this? I don't even know what I sliced this at. It was just automatic. Sliced at 0.24 millimeter layer height. Wowzers. It claims 160 millimeters per second. We both know that's not true. Or we all know that's not true. That, I mean, it might be sliced at 160, but the accelerations are not getting us. I mean, this is a benchy. We're not gonna get accelerations high enough to. I mean, there's no way. Pepper, don't go in there. Why do you always gotta climb in everything? Yeah, Jack, it's got like 2 minutes left. It's pretty close. It claims 2 minutes and 14 seconds. It's just doing the top now, the whatever. Get out of here. What are you doing? No, this is not for cats. Not for cats. Not for cats. Bad cat. It's crazy. I'm kind of geeking out over this because it's just good. I mean, it is white. It could be covering up some blemishes that I'll see whenever I pull it off. It is white. I'll give you that. Right? I chose a bad first color. Alright. I don't recommend anyone ever just take their items right off the build plate, but it's okay. I'll do it so you don't have to. Actually, let me... Can't see what you guys are seeing. I gotta... Of course, up close with the camera is almost always going to show more of the issues, right? It's probably, I mean, that's almost unanimous. But like, The hull looks beautiful. No issue. We have some Z seaming issues here. This is probably more of an issue with the slicer. This Z seaming is probably a slicer issue. If I slice it in Orca, that's probably gonna go away. Trying to get better lighting, kind of difficult. CT, the bottom's looking pretty good. But basically no stringing. I mean, stringing is non-existent. We do have an issue up here where we don't fill in the gaps. Right? I think you can probably... This is very difficult to get this to focus. Yeah, it's not really... Man, this is difficult to do. I might have to just set it down. That might be easiest. How do I get this off? Oi. Hold on. Bear with me, guys, for a minute. Alright. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yeah, you can see where we have a gap issue there, where we don't fill in all the way. That's not great. I mean, now that I've pulled it off, it definitely has blemishes, but I mean, overall, I'm pretty okay with it. It's so hard to get this thing to focus. I'm probably doing a terrible job. The lighting in here obviously isn't great. I mean, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. So, yeah, it's pretty good overall. Like I said, I mean, it could be better, but I also and I'm gonna tell you right now exactly what it called itself inside the slicer. It called itself fast print. Prints in fast mode. The printing time is short, but the outcome might be rough. They have normal print mode. Of course, let's realize that at any point in time, I could go in and modify the I could modify the settings, but you have normal print mode. It says, I can't even tell you what it says. It says prints with general settings. The printing outcome has standard quality. Smooth surface. Prints the surface of the model more meticulously. It takes a long time, but produces higher quality. Precise and strong. Enhances dimensional accuracy and overall strength of the model. It takes longer print time, but produces robust prints with precise dimensions. This mode is suitable for printing precision machine parts. Yeah, I mean, and of course, once you select one, I can go and change the settings however I want. Not really sure how to do that, but more settings. Yeah. Yeah, once you choose one, you can, I mean, it's like any other slicer. Also, I'm sure, I could probably tell you right now, if I open up Orca, opened up the wrong Orca slicer, but there might even be profiles for this machine in Orca. Obviously, if there's profiles in Orca, I probably would use Orca. I mean, it just makes sense to do that. Let's see. Select the printer. No Snapmaker printers are in Orca, which I suppose I'm not super shocked. Yeah, I only use Joe. I only use Orca as well now. It's just too good. It really is just too good. Oh, all right. Well, I think that's gonna do it. It's like midnight here. I think it's like 12 o'clock actually, exactly 12:01. That's gonna do it for the stream. It was fun. Definitely some things to work out next time. Things to fix. But no, it was fun. I need to actually schedule the stream so that people know it's happening, because I was like, you know what, I had some extra time. I'm just gonna start the stream. I want to get this thing unboxed. I want to play with it. I'm just gonna do it. So I just did, but I didn't have time to schedule it. I didn't even have a thumbnail. I had to just throw something together last minute. But anyway, it was great. Thank you guys for sticking around, being active in the chat, and yeah. I will have more content on this coming. I don't know when. It's probably gonna be a hot minute, but more content's coming on this. I'm gonna work on a full scale project that kind of encompasses everything: 3D printing, laser, and CNC. I think I want to maybe make some kind of a board game, so it's gonna be fairly advanced, but it'll be a fun project. Yeah, and right now I've got some other videos that are going to be published here in the next week or two, so stick around. But I think they'll be interesting. So, all right, guys, thanks. I'll see you later. Bye. See you, Joe. See you. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Yuri. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, I apologize. Thanks, guys. Bye.